Gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, the Tamers.
You'll have to excuse me, I have a weak voice today. I was screaming at the mountains this morning, asking them for answers, and I got none, as usual. Amongst you, is there someone who would like to paint us a new masterpiece tonight? We have 2 candidates. Everyone else is scared. It's okay, fear, you must harness it, and then you will become great and powerful and infinite. What are your names?
Cicely.
Cicely, why do you deserve to be a painter?
I don't deserve to be one. I want to suffer.
Oh, very good. Heather, why do you deserve to be a painter?
I've been to green studio art.
What's that?
I've been to green studio.
You went to school for art?
Yes.
Oh, that's wrong. Cicely, please stand up and please enter the stage, who I must get my writing utensils. So you said your name is Cicely, yes?
Yes.
How do you, what is the last name part?
Lang. It's 2 syllables.
Oh, okay, good. And Cicely? Cicely?
Sicily.
Sicily? Isosceles?
Yeah, isosceles.
Very good.
Very good.
Where did you get your hat?
I got it from the mountains.
Mountains, okay, that is what I will put
Yes.
down. Yes, and what year is your soul from? Not when you were born, when your soul was born, yes.
1902.
1902. Very good, I will accept this. Now, Cicely, I like your hat, but it's wrong.
Okay.
You must look like a painter. Please put this on. Here is your paintbrush. And also, we must protect your body from what you're about to do. Very good, yes, like a child. And also, last week, the audience determined your special item to paint with is starbursts. You may find it hard to apply them to the canvas, so we gave you crazy glue. May I also suggest sucking upon them and spitting on the canvas?
I shall suffer for this.
Whichever you choose, please do not eat the crazy glue. No? Okay, please follow me.
Candle.
Candle. Candle. Candle. Candle. Candle.
Candle. We see an open window, and in it, a candle.
It's frosted around the window. You can tell that it's winter time.
The little flame is melting, a small but assured little melting spot on the frosted window pane.
Outside, you can see that it is winter because there's snow all over the ground.
There are little tracks from a fox which has walked past.
Further off into the distance, you can see the fox frozen because it has been frozen, and that's how you can tell it's winter.
Next to the fox is a unlit candle.
Next to the candle is a box of burnt out matches that never lit the candle.
Next to this candle is also a small unlit miniature of a fox.
The candle in the window is waiting for his husband to come home.
His husband is the fox.
The candle is very nearsighted and cannot see the fox.
If you cannot tell, the fox will not be coming home anytime soon.
The candle waits, and its hope is so bright, just like its flame.
The candle still has a bit of sentience left in it, just enough to know that the fox probably has a family waiting for it and shan't see it again.
The candle has known the fox for such a short time, yet knows as if it's known the fox for a lifetime.
It is night, and though there is not a cloud in the sky, there are no stars.
A bird flies past, freezes, and drops to the ground.
The moon is incredibly bright. The moon is full and bright.
It freezes and drops to the ground.
You can hear the trees cracking because the water inside the trees is freezing and breaking inside.
The snow on the ground is becoming frustrated with the littering of objects pelting its head.
Text messages from the town surrounding float through the air, freeze, and then fall to the ground.
OMG, no way.
Freeze, fall to the ground.
I'll be right there, Kay.
Freeze, fall to the ground.
No, I didn't sleep with him. Please take me back.
That one made it.
That one
Okay, I'll take you back. I love you truly.
freeze, fall to the ground.
We see the phone desperately waiting for that text to arrive, but it does not. It stands there unvibrating.
There is a 17-year-old girl holding the phone with just frostbitten fingers.
She's in a bedroom that is My Little Pony themed. Everything is My Little Pony themed.
She's overdone her makeup because she's been so anxious. She has makeup all over her face, bright red cheeks, and her mascara is dripping around her face.
She's tried very hard to make herself look as horse-like as possible.
To the point where she has the severed snout of a horse just strapped to her face.
She has Ugg boots designed to look like hooves.
There's a mop hanging out of her pants like a tail.
She has burnt a My Little Pony emblem into her butt.
She's listening on earbuds to Horse with No Name.
Across the way, where the text message should be coming from, there is a 17-year-old boy sitting in his room. It is also My Little Pony themed. He is a brony.
He has the bottom half of a horse. Or a body.
He's actually just wearing the bottom half of the horse. He's skinned it.
He's carved it out so that he can stick his legs in and out easily.
The horse died of natural causes. He's very ethical about his brony fandom.
This is the other half of the horse that his lover has. It's a dating courtship horse that's been set.
They ate the rest together on a date.
They used every part of the animal.
Their regret emanates from them between the houses, but then freezes and falls to the ground.
The snow starts to get upset, and it starts to move around. It's so angry, it starts to shake, which heats up the snow. The molecules start spinning around.
Ooh, the anger of the snow starts turning the snow to water. Angry water.
Angry water!
It's swirling a little bit. It's swirling. The candle waits.
The water rushes around the plains between the towns, seeping onto the frozen fox and begins melting it. An eye of the fox immediately opens.
It kind of just rushes back and forth like it's pacing because it's so angry at the world.
It starts pacing so fast, it starts to heat up. It starts to become warmer than regular water. It starts 90 degrees, 95 degrees, 100 degrees, 105, going up by 5.
Global warming! Global warming!
The fox has only a moment to experience life again before it starts boiling and experiencing death again.
You can tell it's winter because it's boiling.
The water sympathizes with the fox because it lost its lover, the moon.
As it gobbles up the fox in its heat, it says, I'm sorry, as the fox dies inside of it.
The candle does not see this happen and loses more and more of its wax.
The wax keeps melting in increments of 5 droplets. 5 droplets, 10 droplets, 15 droplets, 20 droplets.
Inside the house,
25 droplets.
there is a flannel sofa and 2 flannel love seats on the other side.
Inside of the flannel love seats and the flannel furniture, let's just say that, you could probably find enough beard hair to make an entire beard.
It's a My Little Flannel themed.
Emotion on the love seat stirs. We realize there's been a person sitting here the whole time, but they're so covered in flannel they blended right in.
They have the bottom half of a lumberjack who they hollowed out and stuck their legs in.
The lumberjack was a little too big, so he's got it cinched around his waist.
There's a coffee table in the middle, also flannel, with a telegraph on the middle of it.
The telegraph is beeping.
If not for the beeping, the lumberjack half would not be able to find it because it too is made of flannel.
If you could interpret Morse code, you would be able to tell that these are all the lyrics to an Iron and Wine song. This is the only way he listens to music now.
It's also sending out the chords of the song in Morse code so he can listen to them in his head.
The lumberjack is drinking some mulled wine in a large flannel mug.
It has like an old-timey Stein design to it too. But it's still a mug.
And it's still flannel.
Yeah. Those are compatible.
The beeping Iron and Wine soundtrack blurs out the beeping of the distress beacon going off in the corner of the room of the town as it begins to boil around him.
His red phone is ringing, but he can't hear it.
The flannel is red, so he can't see it.
Outside of the house, the water has risen. It is very hot and very angry.
The candle now notices something as the water has come up and closer to the window. It sees a fish swim by and then burn up and fizzle away.
All the text messages that were on the ground have floated to the surface and then caught on fire and then turned into ash and then went back down.
The water is becoming more frustrated, but also frustrated that it's frustrated. It had a very privileged childhood and feels guilty that it feels so frustrated about it.
Yeah, the water's all like, you know what, I get to feel frustrated, and who the hell am I to feel frustrated? There's people who don't even have the opportunity or time to feel frustrated.
Yeah, some people were never snow.
And will never be able to be snow.
Yeah, some people will never be able to be snow.
Yeah, like trees.
Yeah.
They can't be snow.
I've got a crater I can settle into after this. Maybe a nice home. Maybe I'll let a river or two off my body.
I mean, I benefited from the water, the climate that just froze the fucking trees.
The water starts spinning in circles as it argues with itself about its own privilege.
It begins sucking in less privileged things into it, destroying it with its classism.
The smoke from the candle goes up and then starts swirling into the center of the hurricane. Wait, what do you call these? Cyclone. Whirlpool. There it is.
Meanwhile, in the town, there's a bedroom for a very small baby. There's a crib in the dead center of the room.
This baby is very, very small. It's like the size of a Russian nesting doll, but like the biggest one.
There are fluffy pillows all around it, and what you're not supposed to do. And there's the crib has sheets all around it, lacy sheets.
Though the baby is comfortable, it feels empty inside. The room is My Little Baby themed, which is just like a baby room, I guess.
There's posters of babies
There's
all over the walls.
those happy babies like in flower pots.
There's a banner up here that says, "You are a baby."
The room is lit only by candles, which you're also not supposed to do.
Above is a mobile, which is just has a bunch of scissors, which you're not supposed to do. Don't do that.
The baby's blankets are just plastic bags.
The wood of the floor is very unfinished, never sanded. Rusty nails stick out and litter the sides of them. Which you're not supposed to do.
Littering the floor on top of the floor are just tigers, which you're just not supposed to do.
The crib is made of asbestos.
The tigers have snakes for tongues, which isn't good for anybody, no matter how old.
There's a desk here with a bag of hard candy on it.
It's the sour green Jolly Ranchers and some caramel apple pops.
And red meat.
Uncooked red meat.
Steak tartare. Veal.
Ahi tuna. It's really nice, actually.
Leftover horse.
Leftover lumberjack.
Leftover unused lumberjack.
Time passes and we watch all of the meat rot.
The baby somehow continues to grow and does very well for itself.
This baby has an IRA already. That's responsible.
It learned to turn its non-privileged childhood into a positive.
Yeah, this baby is actually its own like self-sustaining government. It's recognized as a country.
It's written letters inside of its crib and has taught itself to read and write and has written to the president multiple times.
And the president always responds with a signed autograph and a form letter. That's what happens. We've all done it.
In fact, the baby has the president's text. Right now, it sends the president a text and it flies through the air.
It makes it.
The text makes it to the Oval Office of
Government.
the Oval Office of Government.
It's my little government theme.
There's a banner that says, "You are the president!" There are babies dressed up in suits, little flag lapels.
There's cute little servicemen all around. Secret servicemen.
There is a calendar, and it's all like babies dressed as former presidents. Oh, look, it's James Madison. Oh, look, it's Zachary Taylor. Oh, look, it's Millard Fillmore.
Outside the window, you can just see the lawn littered with unsigned bills. That's how you can tell it's a government.
Little puppies in powdered wigs are carrying the bills around the floor.
They're just shitting on them. They're just shitting all over them.
All of the puppy shit has little powdered wigs.
There's just one guy who's been tasked with watching the Congress puppies. And he's like, no, bad dogs, no, stop. He's trying to get them to behave, but he can't.
The puppies are actually trying to sign the bills as best they can, but the people are saying no.
The guy just resigns. He's like, done with it. Leaves.
As soon as he leaves, the red phone that indicates tragedy starts ringing.
You can't hear it because there's an Iron and Wine song playing.
But the puppies have a different frequency that they can hear, so they all look up right away. They can see the phone is ringing and they can hear it.
And for a second, they think they might be able to save the day, but then also the frequency is shattering their brains. So they slowly start collapsing on the ground.
But they're just sleeping.
Forever. We watch time elapse and the puppy carcasses rot.
But they're just sleeping. They're okay.
If it makes you uncomfortable, they're sleeping, okay?
They turn to skeletons, but they're like sleeping skeletons.
Yeah.
They'll be up later. They'll be okay.
35 years later, a person walks into the room, and we can recognize it as the baby in the crib before, who is now the president.
The room is now my little dog cemetery themed. There are no posters on the wall, but there are bones to commemorate the room.
The new president stands and looks upon this cemetery and does not cry because they are a president and they know that they must be strong.
The new president is wearing a horse's mane as a beard.
As presidents do.
He's got just lumberjack arm hair torn off another lumberjack and pasted on his arms.
He's got 2 pet tigers with snake tongues right next to him that he's trained very well.
These tigers used to be his enemy, but not anymore.
His penis is still baby size.
He's secure about it. He pulls out a small candle to commemorate the memory of the Congress puppies.
The candle, if you knew, actually kind of looks like his penis.
Very small.
And melting.
Like a baby. Melty like a baby's penis.
He lights the real candle, the actual candle. It begins melting the frost that has regathered in the window as the flooded countryside is refrozen.
Refrozen or unfrozen?
Unfrozen, then refrozen again.
He lights the candle again. Hopefully this time it will work.
The candle looks out the window. It's brand new.
The
Brand
frost
new and
on the
living.
window opens slowly in a circle.
It's one of those singing musical candles, and it begins playing Boy with a Coin.
It starts to grow, the opening, and it goes through the walls and opens up the entire room to the rest of the outside. The water, however, stays on its boundary.
Skeleton puppies perk their little skeleton ears up.
They woke up!
They woke up. They begin prancing around in circles for joy.
And they start signing bills. They're old bills, but it doesn't matter.
They sign them with paw prints. And they stick them up on the wall.
The room is now a My Little Functional Government themed room.
Somewhere out on the White House lawn, the skeleton of a fox wakes up.
It reanimates itself.
The candle still has some wax droplets left and hasn't forgotten.
The smoke from the candle goes up and swirls, sucking the fox towards it.
The fox can smell it, immediately brings back memories of love and marriage and happiness with the candle.
They're about to kiss for the first time. The fox sticks its little fox lips out.
And the puppy steals the kiss.
The fox is like, oh, little puppy, and then turns back to the candle with a fierce romance face. Goes in for a kiss.
And its lips get super burned, but like, but it's also fine. This is what he wanted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beaners.
Cecily, please bring forth your creation. Be careful of any drippage depending on how much there is on the painting. Yes, what have we here? Oh dear. Oh, quite. Oh, that's beautiful. There's one starburst on it. This is great. Very good. Now, I must ask, as we do every time, what is the title of this painting?
Boop.
Poop?
Boop.
Someone said poop. Would anyone like to say another thing?
Starburst Sunset.
Poop Starburst Sunset is the title of this painting. Very good. And before we bring the beards out, I know you are quite excited. We need another item to bring back next week. Twinkies?
Twinkies.
Did you say?
I heard
Slinkies.
Slinkies.
Oh, it must be Slinkies then. We'll
I like
figure
that
it out.
idea.
That's very
Slinkies.
good. Yes, and now please welcome to the stage the bearded man.